Good morning, stupid. Welcome back to hashtag 360 stupid. We are stupid people asking you smart people simple questions. King of stupid here. Mic check. Mic check. M-I-C-C-C-Z-E. CH as in the Republic. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? All the genders, fenders, benders, everybody's welcome here at hashtag 360 stupid. We hate no one. We accept everyone, but those who donate, we love you. So send it in. PayPal /360 stupid. Venmo is under Mic Check. MICCCZE. CH. That's me. Mic Check. Mic Check. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? And of course, all other genders, fenders. Don't forget about the benders. What are we doing today? We are doing it good today. Let me tell you what happened. So I'm having a conversation with a gentleman about slavery. Is slavery okay? Well, I guess it depends if you're the slave or the slave owner. But end result, generally speaking, the slaves don't come out of it very well, especially if they are no longer slaves. Referring to the 13th Amendment of the United States Constitution, that's right, justifying slavery as a form of punishment. So, the gentleman I was speaking to has dark skin, which we generally refer to as a black man, which of course we know scientifically, medically, the science of medicine says there is no such thing as a white, black, pink, blue, or any other colored human. We're all stupid. That's right, and I am the king of us stupid. So, I'm speaking to what we refer to as a black man about slavery, and he says, no, of course not. Slavery is wrong. And I said, okay, I agree with you. Slavery is wrong. Slavery is bad. Slavery is horrible. No one comes out of slavery a better human being. He says, that's right. And I said, so who is it not good for? He said, it's not good for anybody. It's not good for humanity. It's not good for the slaves. It's not good for the slave owners. I said, well, I agree. It's absolutely horrendous for everybody. But I didn't make the law. I didn't write the law. I don't enforce the law. However, I can utilize the law to financially benefit. Would investing in slavery be bad? Of course, he says, yes. Then you become part of the problem rather than the solution. I say there is no solution. There's just what it is. And if I can financially profit by buying stocks in a private prison, then I would be part ownership of humans as slaves under the United States Constitution law. Is that wrong? Is that really wrong? Is it wrong to own human beings? Or is it wrong to labor human beings? Because if I owned a slave, and I mean, this is a horrible thing to say, but if I was a slave owner, legally, technically, as in the old days, I got the chain, the whip, I think I'd be a good slave owner. I think I would educate my slaves. I would house my slaves. I would feed my slaves. I would do what I believe is best for the slaves, even though they might not know what's best for them. So is slavery okay? Would I be a good slave owner? Would I be a slave owner? What's the dividends? Yes, the stocks on private prisons pays monthly dividends. For those not familiar with the financial understanding, dividends is basically a payout for all the shareholders every month. Private prisons make enough money to pay their shareholders every month, not reducing their stocks. As a matter of fact, the stock price is increasing. Imagine that. Imagine that. Slave ownership has a profit margin that increases with dividends. So, I'm outside in the beautiful sun of Arizona in the winter, nearly December. It's 78 degrees Fahrenheit. What? So, I'm talking to this guy and he's saying slavery is not right. And I'm telling him, well, what about the dividends that pay on the slavery? what about owning slaves yourself? Black rich people used to own black slaves. Again, no one is saying slavery is right. No one's saying slavery should happen. No one is saying I'm pro or against anything. Y'all know me. I'm all about the discussion. Yo, you got something to say, let's say it. Let's learn from it. And so, slavery is not right, not left, not anywhere. So, again, the topic is not about slavery. It's about financial gains based on something that everybody should maybe agree isn't the greatest thing in the world. But if you ask the slaves, and really that comes down to that, right? I mean, if a slave is happy being a slave, are we helping that slave to be liberated and to make life decisions that end up harming them? I don't know. Is free will all that great? I don't know. But I do know that dividends pay heavy on slavery. Slavery. So he says, no. Well, I said, hey, you're coming up in life, right? He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm doing better. I'm stepping up. I'm moving, making moves. I'm starting my own business, making money. I go, so you wouldn't invest? I mean, hey, I'm not asking you to grab the whip and whip them and hurt them. No, I'm just saying put some money in this thing, and this thing will pay you back monthly, regardless of the stock portfolio. Heavy stock portfolios towards slavery will dividend you to death. You will be getting dividends every month. Every month, I told them. Every month. And you don't even have to touch the stocks. Your stocks will not only reduce, you can reinvest the dividends into the stocks and get more, and then which would ultimately pay out bigger dividends because you would be a bigger shareholder. And if you just circle that around, next thing you know, y'all become a slave owner. God damn it! How much is it worth? Well, last year, private prison system brought in roughly over $50 billion in profits. I think it was $50 billion. That's a lot of dividends, yo. Lots and lots of dividends. Plus, it creates jobs, and ideally, we're hoping that the slaves would unslave themselves by becoming good humans and stop doing the things that dirty lawyers say are bad things. What? Yes. Laws make criminals. Criminals make cheap labor. Cheap labor makes lots of profit. Lots of profit. That's what I told him. And he says, sure does. Sure does. I said, but wait a minute. Where's that money coming from? $50 billion. And we're just talking profit, man. We're not talking about the land that the government buys, or the jobs, or the labor to build the prisons, because everything's got to be super duper duper durable, because humans put in cages don't act very humanly, and they tend to break things. Imagine that, putting a human in a cage, you don't get a human back. Huh. That's funny. But back to the money. My favorite topic. Y'all know it. Oop, hey, there's my exes. Can I get my exes? There she is. Voila. So I tell him, heavy dividends and stock portfolio. You're coming up. You're going to be the owner. Are you okay with being the owner? And he says, I don't know. What's the dividend? Just kick down. Because money. Ooh, not this one. All right. So that was the conversation. I enjoyed it mighty well enjoyed it. So That was the conversation with a fellow American whose skin is dark and humanity calls him black. Actually, I think he refers to himself as a black man. But nonetheless, I digress. Shall we invest? Ooh, that was a good fucking rhyme, huh? I digress. Shall we invest? Morality says no. Profit says yes. So, doing the wrong thing to make money, or doing the wrong thing, period, is that okay? Ooh. Is it okay? That's a good question, ain't it? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, all other genders, fenders, benders, I am Mike. Check. That's MICCZECH, as in the Republic. That's right. Mike, check. Signing off at hashtag 360 stupid. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Good night, stupid.